Do you need an audio interface? So I made music for years with just these two things, my headphones and my computer. No interface was involved and it was totally fine. Or that's what I thought. This is what my setup was for years, just a computer, headphones, and the built-in headphone jack. This setup is fine, especially if you're just starting out. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't make music without an audio interface, because that's false. But there were some limitations I actually didn't know about at the time. First, the headphone jack designed on your laptop that plugs this in is not really the best for audio quality, and that's because of the digital to analog conversion. That's when you take the digital music and convert it to something analog to sound that you can hear. The equipment in the computer, it can do it. Is it the best for music making? No. Did I really care in the first few years? No. Audio interfaces have much better digital to analog conversion, and you can hear it, but honestly, in the beginning, you can't really. There's also latency if you're using just your headphone jack and your headphones here. Now, it's not a super big problem if you're just like using the piano roll, but if you use a MIDI keyboard, it is a little bit noticeable. So using an audio interface will decrease that latency. So when you're like jamming or kind of like in the creative flow, you're not like, oh my God, it's kind of jarring that there's this delay between the note being played and the audio that is reaching my ears. And again, I want to stress that it was fine in the first few years. Like I honestly didn't really care. I was just making music, trying to like learn what to do. You're probably wondering, if this setup was working fine, why'd you need one, girl? I needed to record my ideas quickly with a mic, and I was using a USB mic. Huh? The Yeti Nano, if you know, you know. And I was in music production school at the time at Icon, and they kind of make you sing and make songs, and using the USB mic has so much latency, and you can't really monitor, which means you can't hear yourself while singing. And that's kind of important, especially if you're learning how to sing like I was, because I'm like, am I even remotely in the key? I need to know. So that's why I got the UAD Volt 1 interface. So everything kind of just worked smoother when I got the UAD Volt 1. I could finally use a mic, and I actually used an old condenser mic that my husband had from his high school years. And that was so much better because I could actually monitor and hear myself while I was singing, and also the latency was so much better. When I recorded with the USB mic, I would just like often have to like move around the timing to match the timing I wanted, but with a audio interface, the latency is so much better. Here's my confession. I still use my headphones in my headphone jack. I'm just lazy sometimes. I don't want to sit at my desk. But here's why I love it. The interface has been game-changing for recording vocals, and also now I can record in our piano, our Roland piano down there. Also, we have a bass, so if I ever get good enough to record in bass, I can. Here are my final recommendations on if you need an audio interface. If you're making music with just your computer and a MIDI keyboard, you don't need one. You're gonna be fine. If you need to record anything, your voice, an instrument, you absolutely should get an audio interface. If you want to have better audio quality and kind of want to take your mixes up to the next level, I would consider it, considering you have the money. But if you don't, I think you're going to be fine, because good music is good music. If you are curious about any of my other gear, I have a fun video where I walk through my portable music setup that I use at my desk or in my bedroom when I'm recording. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!